Hello, this is Kevin from Crypto MY. In today's episode, let's talk about Bitcoin price prediction and what is going on in Bitcoin chart right now. Let's stay tuned. As you can see, this is Bitcoin versus USDT chart right now. It has been plunging all the way down on the 4-hourly chart, and this is a very bad move and very bad signal for Bitcoin actually. Why? Because it has plunged all the way down towards breaking towards the moving average line, and also the RSI is showing a very bearish signal right now. So what's gonna happen next? As you can see here, this is one of the resistance zone from the Fibonacci all the way from here to here, that you can see the 0.618 line and also the 0.786 line. It falls around this area. For the past few days, Bitcoin has been rejected several times, didn't manage to break above this 0.786 line. It struggled to break above. That's why you couldn't see a very big movement towards the 40,000 or the 45,000 price range. So what happens is the candlestick was just consolidating around this area. It was quite stagnant, to be honest, on the Bitcoin chart. Usually when Bitcoin is consolidating, most of the altcoins will have a very big recovery, but unfortunately most of the altcoins drops and plunge further down than what it is right now. As Bitcoin was consolidating, most of the altcoins has dropped all the way down to 10%, 20%, 15%, 8%, and much more too. So what's really happened is the investors are selling off their altcoins to buy back in the Bitcoins. Is that the possible reason? Actually, nobody knows what really happens to crypto space. Okay, rumors that are saying that maybe the altcoins investors are buying back the Bitcoins, but some even said that the altcoin season was over. That's why the investors were panicked or FOMO. A lot of FUD news coming in lately because of all the FUD news, all the big whales giving a lot of fears to retailers. That's why you see most of the altcoins falls very badly. Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't find any bad news regarding on altcoins lately, even though about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin recently have some good news. This news actually stated a few days ago, Bitcoin as a legal tender at El Salvador. So this is one of the countries that adopt and use Bitcoin as a legal tender. So this is a very interesting move to this country itself, because this is the first move towards the worldwide, showing that the worldwide that this is the country that will be the first country that uses Bitcoin as a legal tender. But actually, if you're talking about cryptocurrency adoption, I actually searched. There are a lot of top countries that adopted cryptocurrency. First of all, I believe this is Ukraine. Surprisingly, Ukraine is one of the largest cryptocurrency adoption. And second goes to Russia, Venezuela, China, Kenya, US, South Africa, Nigeria, Colombia, and Vietnam. So other than El Salvador country itself, actually there are a lot of countries that already adopted Bitcoin since the early stages. It's a very good move. At least the El Salvador country itself, public itself as a legal tender for Bitcoin. And the most interesting part is, if I'm not mistaken, I actually read the news about El Salvador using the volcano energy to do the Bitcoin mining. Yeah, something like this. Let me look at it. This is one of the interesting news that I found. El Salvador plans to use the electricity generated from the volcanoes to mine Bitcoin. And this is one of the very good news too. As we can see, it's a renewable and clean energy and zero emission from our volcano. So let's say one day El Salvador really plans and utilize the volcanoes to do the mining, Bitcoin mining. Definitely will be a plus point for price value in Bitcoin in coming futures. And yeah, I mean, this is all the good news lately, but because of all this good news, surprisingly, the Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies doesn't seem to have a very good move this week. Most likely because today is weekend, that's why most likely most of the market is not moving. And usually, like I said, weekends the market will somehow go further down, or maybe it will be red in color. So right now, definitely this is already managed to break below this so-called support line and also this support line, as I mentioned. As you can see, the nearest support line, it should be around here, falls around here somewhere on the 4-hourly chart, somewhere around here. And right now the candlestick are struggling, not just struggling, are moving towards the support line but haven't breaks below the support line. So what we can hope for is if the Bitcoin managed to do some recovery upwards towards back this so-called the resistance zone right here, then it will be perfect for the Bitcoin to do back the consolidation around this area. But if let's say if it falls further down, then the most possibility the next support area should be the 33,000 area. So something you should take note on Bitcoin. And definitely most of the altcoins right now are doing not very well right now. As you can see, most of the coins outside is let's say if you are looking at ADA is actually also not doing very well. But nonetheless, if we zoom it out more widely towards the weekly chart, we can see that most of the coins actually are doing a minor correction only. So it really depends on you whether you are looking at the short-term chart or the mid-term chart or the long-term chart. Because if you look at the long-term chart like weekly chart, you can see that the candlestick right now is still falls just right below the support area that I've drawn right here. But based on what I see right now, I felt that the ADA is still on the bull trend right now. It's still right on the bull trend because the moving average is still below the RSI. Yes, moving towards the 50, but it still falls around 55 area. So right now it's still considering as the bullish trend. But something we need to take note is I saw the bearish divergence right here, whereby the RSI is getting lower and lower, and whereas the you can see that the ADA is somehow you can see a bearish divergence right now. But nonetheless, I felt that the ADA, as long as the ADA still stays above this $1.40, then it should be very alright for the weekly chart. But looking at the daily chart, yes, it is still on track. As you can see, this is the trending line I have drawn on the weekly chart, and right now the ADA is still on track. It haven't break below any support right here, and it still falls under the nearest support right here. So right now this $1.40 is one of the I could say strong support area, and let's say if it fails to hold, then most probably the next support line should be around this $1 to $1.20 area. And I think that's all for today for Bitcoin and other coins price prediction. Last but not least, I want to share with you something interesting on Huobi website recently. I actually saw an event on the Huobi website accidentally, whereby you can actually win up to 400,000 USDT for free. I mean, there's term and condition, but something we can take note because this is something that related about the Euro Cup 2020. And let's say if you are really a fan of football, just join this event. And this event is very simple. It applies to new users in Huobi and also existing user in Huobi. New users, you can claim your shares of 30,000 by just register a Huobi account, vote for your favorite team, and complete your ID, which is the KYC, before the activity ends. And let's say if you are existing users, you can also win up to 370,000 by completing the following tasks, and all these tasks you can actually go and read on this Huobi website. So yeah, if you guys really are fans of football and really love footballs, and you're gonna think that your favorite team is gonna win, you can actually vote for them and you can stand a chance to win up to 400,000. And this is one of the the most interesting events that I haven't seen in Huobi. So definitely something that we can take note You ask me whether I'm going to join. Yeah, definitely I've joined because it's free, right? Nothing is hard, nothing is difficult. As long as you have a Huobi account, as long as you vote for your favorite team. Yeah, I think the only hard thing is which favorite team you're gonna vote for. And I think that is the hardest part, right? And for existing users, you can actually go and check it out on the website itself to check whether how you're gonna win this 370,000 worth of USDT. And the steps are also very simple. Yes, there is additional steps, but it's very simple, such as right here you can see that you just need to trade up to 1000 USDT worth of any token, then you can stand a chance to vote and to win this prize pool. And which is nice, which is interesting, because it's not gonna be very difficult. It's not a very difficult task, and it's very easy task for new users and also existing users. So why not just check it out? And I think that's all for today's episode. If you like my episode today, remember to click like, share, and subscribe. See you guys soon, and goodbye.